worked hard, you've trained your athletes, okay? They become high-powered machines. Let's call them a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It's important that you put the right gas into those high-performance sports cars. You don't put the same gas you put in a lawnmower into a Ferrari.
Oke, dan di saat kita melatih atlet kita, dia menjadi punya mesin yang lebih besar. Kita butuh bahan bakar yang sesuai juga. Karena nggak mungkin kita kasih bahan bakar, kalau saya menyebutnya Lamborghini atau Ferrari, kasih bahan bakar untuk mobil-mobil yang memproduksi.
So, first part of nutrition is fueling properly, providing your body with the right fuel, right gas to power that sports car.
Jadi bicara masalah nutrisi, kita perlu memberikan bahan bakar yang sesuai. Yang pertama.
Second part is how you refuel after you're done competing or training, or how you can recover quickly after high intensity, whether that's a practice, a meet, but recovering quickly is also a key part of nutrition.
Yang kedua adalah bagaimana caranya kita mengembalikan tenaga atau bahan bakar tadi ya, setelah kita selesai latihan, intensitas tinggi, latihannya berat.
As a whole, we are better at fueling properly. We are very poor at knowing how to refuel properly.
Ya, secara umum kita biasanya bagus dalam memberikan bahan bakar yang betul, tapi untuk menggantikan bahan bakar yang sudah dipakai tadi itu yang kita biasa tidak perhatikan.
With that being said, I fully recognize the irony of someone with a belly like mine talking about nutrition. I understand that. Okay? Listen to the words. Don't focus on my belly.
Ya, mungkin kalian berpikir aneh karena coach akan menjelaskan masalah nutrisi, tapi perutnya maju ke depan. Ya, jadi jangan lihat badannya, tapi dengerin apa yang akan dia sampaikan.
Focus on Felix and his body. So, I think it's important to have I know you're going to find this funny, a plan, a nutrition plan. Okay? Have a philosophy. There are all sorts of different philosophies out there. The important thing to remember when it comes to nutrition is there is not a quick fix. There's not a magic pill. There is not a definitive, this is the only way to be nutritious.
Ya, bicara tentang nutrisi, kita tidak ada sesuatu yang pasti. Ya, nggak ada sesuatu yang pasti yang cocok buat atlet-atlet. Itu intinya ya. Jadi bicara masalah nutrisi ini nggak semuanya ilmu yang akan kita pelajari, tapi nggak semuanya itu akan cocok.
Again, think about nutrition as something that can be sustained for long periods of time. Okay, they're not quick fixes. They're not, I'll do this for 2 or 3 months, then I'll do this. We're looking for consistent, sustainable ideas when it comes to nutrition.
Dan nutrisi nggak bisa dalam berapa ada nutrisi yang mesti dimakan langsung bisa berpengaruh. Ini butuh waktu, ya, bukan cuma 3 bulan kita coba pakai yang ini, 3 bulan lagi kita coba yang ini, itu nggak akan bekerja dengan baik. Jadi butuh proses semuanya.
Just so you know, next time you guys see me, my belly will be smaller, I promise.
Lain kali kalau ketemu proses pasti dia berusaha.
So when we talk about food, again, In the United States, we are bombarded with commercials. We're bombarded with information. We're bombarded with fiction, and we're bombarded with facts. It's up to us to try and figure out in the society that I live in the United States, the difference between fact and fiction.
Jadi di Amerika itu di sana sangat gencar ya, gencar tentang informasi-informasi tentang nutrisi ini ya. Jadi banyak sekali ada yang jadi adanya perdebatan antara yang fiksi, yang dengan kenyataan.
So I would say the bottom line is 4 things. The 4th one is not up here. But eat simple. Okay? You want to find things that grow from the earth, not that come in boxes.
Yang pertama, makan sesuatu yang simple ya, yang dihasilkan oleh bumi kita.
Low processed. Again, what that means is things that are natural, not synthetic. Nothing that's made in a lab or in a scientific experiment. Looking for low processed food.
Ya, jadi cari makanan yang dihasilkan secara natural, bukan yang sudah masuk ke dalam pabrik dan proses dengan proses yang panjang.
Eat balanced meals. Balance means variation. Okay? We'll talk about the 4 food groups, but eat a variety. Eat vegetables. Eat your protein. Eat your carbs. Eat fish. Eat meat. Get a good variety of all that you eat.
Ya, jadi usahakan makan semuanya untuk makan yang seimbang ya. Ya, makan sayur juga, makan daging juga, makan karbohidrat juga.
And number 4, it's not written on here. Okay? When you do choose to eat something that you know is not healthy, okay, or go against these 3 rules, eat it in moderation. Okay? Like Felix. Okay? There's nothing wrong with eating ice cream or cake or McDonald's or Burger King. Moderation is the key. If those items that are unhealthy become a staple, become something that you're eating on a consistent basis, you're not doing it right.
Ya, kalau kita bukan nggak boleh makan sesuatu ya, kita boleh makan, cuman jangan dijadikan suatu kebiasaan. Saat makan sesuatu yang kita tahu nggak ada di 3 makanan kunci tadi ya. Jadi kuncinya adalah kalau sesuatu itu kita tahu nggak baik, tapi kita secara konsisten makan terus, ya itu pasti akan efeknya akan tidak bagus.
So energy. When it comes to nutrition, okay, we get our energy in food from carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Those are the 3 main areas that we get our energy.
Ya, jadi sumber energi itu ada 3 tadi disebutin, yaitu pertama oksigen yang kita hirup, kedua protein, karbohidrat yang pertama, kedua protein, ketiga lemak. Itu sumber energi kita ya.
So ideally, we'll go into more depth here, but a diet that is 60 to 70% carbohydrates, when you are a high performance athlete, okay, that is what leads you to a full recovery within 24 hours. 60 to 70%. It says 70 here. I've seen studies that show as low as 60%. 60 to 70% carbs. That's a good target point for high performing athletes that are working at a very high level repeatedly on a day-to-day basis?
Ya, untuk atlet yang latihannya banyak atau berat, ya karbohidrat ini yang paling tinggi, sekitar 70%, bisa mengembalikan, yang paling cepat mengembalikannya dalam 24 jam.
Secondly, and this is highlighted, because again, we are not good at replenishing our energy. As soon as you get out of the water, as soon as you finish that dry land exercise, as soon as you are finished working out for the day, the clock starts. Tick tock, tick tock. You have 20 minutes to ideally start replenishing and re-energizing your body.
Oke, yang di stabilo itu yang kuning itu penting ya. Jadi rela kita untuk sempatnya mengembalikan apa yang sudah hilang, yaitu 20 menit. Jadi tepat setelah kita selesai latihan, kita punya 20 menit dan itu jamnya sudah mulai. Waktunya sudah mulai.
So we have 6 what we call nutrients. These are the primary nutrients for our body. Okay? Number 1 is carbs, carbohydrates, carbos. I've seen them called all sorts of different things. Fats. Okay? You have your good fats, you have your bad fats. Likewise, you have your complex carbohydrates and your simple carbohydrates. Protein, your meat, your beans. Vitamins, minerals, which are found inside the food, for the most part. Some of us take a vitamin C, some of us take a multivitamin. And then lastly, and probably one of the most important ones we often forget, water.
Ya, ada 6 nutrisi yang penting ya. Yang pertama pastinya karbohidrat, ya ada udah tahu kan di mana. Kemudian protein, biasanya dari daging atau kacang-kacangan. Kemudian fats ya atau lemak itu juga ada yang lemaknya berat. Kemudian vitamin yang biasa diminum, biasanya sudah ada di dalam makanan, tapi ada yang nambah bisa vitamin C. Kemudian yang banyak dilupakan orang yaitu air. Ya minum air.
So let's first off, we'll talk about those big old fat Americans. Okay, our average American diet is about 40% carbs, 15 to 20% protein, and about 40% fats. Right here. Okay, right here. What we want to be when we're talking about high power, elite level athletes is in that 60 to 70% carbs, 10 to 15% protein, and 20 to 25% fat. This is really, really good information to have as a professional coach that plans and helps their athletes achieve the highest level.
Ya, yang bagian atasnya itu yang bagus ya. Kalau pelatih punya rencana dan bisa ngasih informasi ke anak-anak didik ya. Jadi 60% karbohidrat, 15% protein, 20% fat. Kalau rata-rata orang Amerika tuh makanya itu ya di bawah. Jadi karbohidrat sama lemaknya hampir sama persentasenya, proteinnya sedikit.
So let's talk about, this is a typical story in the United States. And let me start off, I love my country. I'm very proud to be an American. We are an imperfect country. We don't have everything figured out. We have a lot of issues that we're trying to fix and working on as a country. And one of which is childhood obesity. But this is a typical story that I see very often when it comes to parents and children in the United States.
Ya, ini adalah contoh-contoh apa contoh yang akan digambarkan ini, kalau saya tadi bilang banyak tidak dilakukan di Amerika ya. Di Amerika itu banyak yang obesitas ya, bukan negara proses bangga sebagai orang Amerika, tapi di sana banyak masalah secara kenegaraan. Mereka banyak masalah, mereka banyak yang belum tahu juga jawabannya, masih mencoba untuk mencari tahu. Tapi ini adalah secara umum apa yang dilakukan orang di Amerika itu belum bagus.
So, a mother has a 10-year-old son. He plays video games all day. No exercise. Doesn't get outside. He's not active. He is overweight. So she signs him up for swim practice so he can lose weight.
Oke, jadi ini contohnya ada orang tua yang punya anak umur 10 tahun, nggak ngapa-ngapain, nggak aktif, ya kerjanya main game misalnya. Kemudian dia joinin anaknya di program latihan renang.
So he comes to practice. He burns anywhere between 200 to 300 calories in 1 hour of swim practice. Okay, 3,300 calories is a pound. So in order for him to start losing weight, he needs to start coming. If nothing else changes, he'll need to come to about 10 to 15 workouts to burn 1 pound of fat. To lose 1 pound.
Jadi kalau di joining ke klub renang untuk penurunan berat badan, ya kita tadi hitungannya kita tahu semua bahwa 1 jam latihan itu kemungkinan bisa membakar 250 kalori ya dalam 1 jam latihan. Jadi bisa dihitung sendiri kalau dia harus latihan mungkin 10 sampai 15 kali ya, itu cuma bisa nurunin satu pound. 1 pound itu berapa kilo? Setengah kilo itu ya, sekitar cuma setengah kilo kalau dia latihan cuma 1 jam per kali latihan.
So the genius of American parents is they go, oh, Johnny, I'm so proud of you. You did such a great job today at practice. Let's go get McDonald's. So now they eat a cheeseburger, French fries, a drink, a soda, probably, a chocolate shake, ice cream. They now have taken that 200 calories that was burned and thrown it out the window because they just replenished after their practice with garbage.
Ya, jadi ada orang tua yang luar biasa ya, begitu anaknya setelah selesai latihan 1 jam bahkan 250 kilo, dan kasih hadiahnya, diajak ke McDonald ya, makan cheeseburger ya, semua junk food itu ya, dan dia nggak sadar bahwa 250 kalori yang sudah dibakar itu ya percuma ya, karena digantinya dengan sampah rasanya.
So again, when we're talking about weight management, weight control, it's a very simple equation: calories in versus calories out. Okay, and your goal is to have less calories coming in than you are burning, than you are using on a daily basis. That will put you in what's called a caloric deficit, and you are starting to lose weight. If it's reversed, and you're bringing in more calories than you expend, that's called a caloric surplus. You're gaining weight.
Ya, jadi gampang sekali sebetulnya ya, kalori yang masuk dan kalori yang keluar itu harus banyakkan kalori yang keluar. Ya, kalau kalorinya banyak yang masuk, jatuhnya adalah kalori surplus, kelebihan kalori, itu yang buat jadi gemuk. Ya karena ini tujuannya ibu ini kan mau supaya turun berat badan untuk joy renang untuk menurunkan berat badan.
Simple math, right?
Matematika yang gampang ya.
All right. So now let's talk about the reverse. We have a high level female swimmer. Let's say she's 15, 16 years old. Okay? Again, we've talked about 3,300 calories is a pound loss or a pound gain. A female swimmer, 15 years old, she burns about 1,200 calories in a workout. Let's say that she maybe works out twice. She does dry land in addition to this. Okay? She needs to have anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 calories to not go into caloric deficit. So the amount of food you eat is just as important as the quality of food you eat when you're working with high caliber elite level athletes.
Ya, ini contoh yang selanjutnya adalah yang renang elit ya, renang yang sudah kalibernya tinggi, dia akan membakar 1.200 kalori dalam satu kali latihan selama 2 jam. Karena dia elit level, dia latihan 2 kali, plus masih latihan darat, ya Thailand. Jadi dia membakar berapa? 3.000 sampai 4.000 kalori dalam sehari. Ya berarti dia harus makan berapa kalorinya, harus sesuai supaya tidak terjadi pengurangan. Karena ini nggak gemuk kan. Ya jadi kualitas makanan yang dimakan itu juga sangat penting.
I do not think it's a good idea to weigh your athletes on a normal basis. Please make sure you hear that. I don't think you should weigh them. But I do think it's wise to do a visual test. Okay? If you see an athlete that part of their suit is hanging off of them after 2-3 months, or they start to see bone in places where you couldn't see bone previously, that might be a sign of a pretty big caloric deficit. What I do is I work with the parents and I ask the athlete to do a 1-week food journal. So I ask them to write everything they ate for 1 week. It's very easy for me to figure out if they're eating enough, if they're eating the right foods, and how they need to change their diet.
Oke, saran dari Coach Chad, kita tidak menimbang atlet kita ya setiap hari. Mungkin kalau teori kan sensitif untuk masalah berat badan ini. Tapi disarankan kalau untuk menimbang setiap hari, tapi pakai mata kita untuk melihat apakah atlet kita ini cukup kalorinya. Ini kita bicara high caliber ya, kalibernya tinggi. Ya biasanya kalau dia kurang kalori yang dimasukkan, itu tadi Coach Chad bilang mulai ada yang kendor pada pakaian renangnya atau tulangnya ada yang nonjol. Makanya Coach Chad menyarankan kalau di klubnya dia, mereka harus menulis jurnal apa yang dimakan dalam 1 minggu.
Again, part of being a professional coach is seeing those things in your athletes.
Ya, sebagai profesional kita harus tahu dan bisa melihat atlet kita sendiri.
Okay, so in the United States, we talk a lot about the 4 different food groups: breads and pastas, meats and poultry, fruits and veggies, and dairy. We do a lot of fun things like put different colors for different things. And then we talked about how we need to have a rainbow of a plate. Okay, I think that's very good advice. Having multiple colors, not only of different items, but also literally different colors on your plates are very good. I always admire when I come to Southeast Asia, when I travel the world and see the amount of fruits, and vegetables, and healthy foods that are constantly on cookers' plates.
Oke, jadi ada 4 dasar, 4 grup ya makanan. Yang pertama roti, pasta, ya. Yang kedua daging-dagingan ayam, kemudian buah-buahan, sayuran dan susu. Yang keempat, jadi bagus kalau kita pakai gambar seperti itu ya. Jadi ada pembagian-pembagiannya dan kasih warna-warni. Saya sangat senang kalau ke Asia Tenggara karena di Asia ini memang punya adat yang selalu menyediakan buah-buahan dalam setiap makanan.
Again, all sorts of different guides. This is not the 4 basic food groups. This is more of the food pyramid. Okay, and they talk about how you should get more of some items and less of other items. Again, I stick to that equation of 60 to 70 carbs, 15 to 20 protein, and 10 to 15 fats. That's the equation I like to use.
Ya, ini adalah contoh piramida makanan ya, yang di bawah itu pasti yang dilakukan banyak, ya naik lagi. Tapi
kalau bisa yang nutrisi sampingkan aja dulu.
Hidratnya
Lebih kepada program.
proteinnya
Seperti grup baju ini.
15-20%, hidratnya sekitar 20%.
Sekedar lebih nutrisi mendalam ahli. Habis.
All right. We didn't go into detail on this, but again, food creates energy as it's broken down. Okay, so your fuel is coming from primarily carbohydrates. That's the #1 source of energy. You do get energy from fats and proteins. Okay, the carbs break down. They provide fuel. And I think that's the most important thing you need to know, is carbs are the primary source of fuel and energy when it comes to food and nutrition.
Ya, ini adalah bahan bakar tubuh kita saat kita makan olahraga. Yang bahan bakar yang paling utama ya itu adalah karbohidrat. Ya, karbohidrat itu bahan bakar yang paling diperlukan.
Okay, let's talk about water. I love the fact that our organizers have water bottles out here for you, and they're constantly being replenished. Love that. I'm a big fan of cold water, so that's why I have my ice here. But water is extremely important.
Ya, air adalah sumber energi kita juga ya. Dan saya senang di sini bisa pakai air, kalau habis diberi lagi diganti. Ya, saya senang minuman dingin. Ya, tapi mau diminum dingin atau enggak, air itu sangat diperlukan dan sangat bagus.
So, yes.
Yeah, I get to know, particularly from a particular diet routine, like for example, ketogenic, whatever, says that food with a high glycemic index should be minimized or avoided. Is this valid belief?
So we haven't really covered this, but the question was about food that has high glycemic index. Ideally, those are not ideal when you're talking about high-level competitions, or when you're talking about immediately after workouts or swim meets, time when you're trying to refuel. Food with a high glycemic index are not ideal for people.
Will, apa tadi? Bob.
Makanan yang glycemic index-nya tinggi itu ya coach saya bilang tidak ideal untuk replenish
Untuk menggantikan makanan. Oh iya betul ya. Jadi udah dijawab tadi ya sama Willy. Willy pertanyaannya kan apakah apa tadi apa yang indeks tadi? Glycemic indexnya tinggi itu apakah bagus? Karena memang ada yang ngomong ya kalau glycemic tinggi itu bagus gitu untuk menggantikan yang sudah keluar. Ya, mempercepat penggantian. Tapi jawaban dari konsep enggak ya. Nah, itu kan tadi ditanyanya itu informasinya bisa dipercaya nggak? Ya, jawaban dari coach Chan.
So, I don't know how well this will translate with the fact that we are so stubborn with our metric system that we use different ways of measuring, but in the United States, when it comes to water, what they say is take your weight in pounds, divide it by 2 or cut it in half, and that's the ideal number of ounces of water you should be drinking on a daily basis.
Ya, jadi teorinya ini kalau di Amerika ya, berat badan kita dibagi 2, ya itu adalah jumlah berapa liter yang harus kita minum dalam sehari.
So I have a 32-ounce water bottle. 32-ounce water bottle is what I have. I had it earlier before I knew we were going to have all these water bottles. But my goal is pretty much to try and drink about 4 of those a day. I usually can do 1 during the workout. And then I usually have 1 throughout my meals. We're talking about 2 more throughout the day of just good quality drinking of water.
Tadi saya rawat itu bukan liter tapi thank you Sammy. Tadi coach saya bilang dia minum airnya banyak sekali ya. Biasanya dia minum 1 botol pagi, kemudian dia setelah makan dia minum lagi 2 botol. Ya, kemudian dia intinya air itu minum harus banyak.
We'll talk about sodas and soft drinks in a little bit. But I am someone that water is my drink of choice. I don't drink coffee or tea. I'm not a big alcohol drinker. So for me, water is what it's about. However, you will probably see me at lunch drinking a Coke. When I travel and I'm dealing with jet lag and time zones, that is my crutch to help me with that challenge of the time zones and jet lag.
Ya, konsep minuman favoritnya itu air. Ya, di sini dia minum banyak air. Nggak pernah minum alkohol juga. Ya, cuma sekali dia kalau traveling biasanya minum Coca-Cola karena itu untuk membantu lebih bilangnya untuk lebih bangun lah untuk lebih fresh ya dengan minuman Coca-Cola.
So I think this is a very important slide for athletes.
Untuk atlet bersoda bisa nggak?
Okay.
Minuman bersoda
How many people require? You're a coach. You require a water bottle on the pool deck.
Siapa di sini pelatih yang haruskan ada air putih di saat latihan untuk atlet-atletnya?
My team, if you don't have your water bottle, excuse me, you don't have your water bottle, we have a few boxes of these. We'll give them to you, but I also keep track. you forget your water bottle 3 times, there's going to be some discipline. But requiring athletes to have water bottles is extremely, extremely important. We start at 8 years old. Once our athletes are 8, they have to start bringing a water bottle. We want that to be ingrained in their everyday function.
Ya, di tempatnya Pusat, semua atlet dari umur 8 tahun sudah harus membawa botol air masing-masing. Ya, kalau memang ada yang lupa, biasanya disiapkan. Tapi kalau udah 3 kali lupa, dicatat, kemudian pasti ada pendisiplinan atau ada hukumannya. Ya, tapi membiasakan anak-anak itu untuk bawa air saat latihan itu sangat penting.
So obviously, athletes lose water. We lose our water more or at a higher rate than those that are not athletes. We sweat. That's probably the number one way that we get rid of, that we use our water. We pee it out, of course. But then we have respiration, just the daily. The body uses water to regulate its function.
Ya, atlet itu pasti lebih banyak kehilangan air. Ya, kandungan air di dalam tubuh itu, ya karena mereka latihan, otomatis berkeringat. Ya, dia masih kencing, ya kan. Dan juga tubuh kita membutuhkan air untuk mengelola semuanya yang ada di tubuh ini.
Yes, sir.
Dalam sesi istirahat, saya ajukan saya makan coklat sama tahu.
Ketika pertandingan atau latihan?
Yeah, during the rest period in practice, you used to tell the kids to eat banana or chocolate. Is that okay?
Water is the most important, but food and nutrients are also important.
Ya, air yang paling penting, tapi makanan juga penting.
Yes, providing water, providing opportunities for water to be drunk, for water to drink water is very important as a coach. Okay, whether it's in between sets, in between repeats. When we have athletes that get out of the pool to go get a piece of equipment or go call mom for some reason, take your water bottle with you and drink. So we're always constantly telling athletes to drink during practice.
Ya, jadi memang kadang-kadang ada atlet yang nggak suka minum ya, nggak suka minum. Jadi tugas kita sebagai pelatih harus mengingatkan mereka untuk minum. Jadi mesti nyuruh. Ya, coach malah bilang kalau misalnya ada atlet yang naik mau ke orang tuanya, itu langsung dibilang bahwa botolnya harus diminum. Jadi kita memang kalau apalagi di Indonesia ini banyak yang hobinya bukan minum air sebetulnya. Dia bawa botolnya tapi enggak segitu aja airnya, ya kan? Kita harus suruh mereka harus minum.
So it takes a longer time to rehydrate your body than it takes to dehydrate your body.
Ya, makan waktu lebih lama untuk kita bisa mengembalikan air ya di dalam tubuh kita ini ketimbang membuang air dalam tubuh kita. Ya, gampang banget membuang air dalam tubuh kita.
So I think it's extremely important to make note. When you reach 1% dehydration, you are not operating at your optimal ability as an athlete. When you reach 1% dehydration, you are suffering. Your athletic ability and your performance is suffering.
Ya, itu harus dicatat pada saat atlet itu kurang 1% aja, ya dehidrasi 1% aja, semuanya tidak akan berfungsi dengan baik dalam menjalankan latihan.
However, your body, your brain, your body haven't communicated to you the need to drink. They have not said, hey, Chad, you're dehydrated until you reach 2% dehydration.
Dan tubuh kita akan memberikan tanda bahwa kita ini butuh air untuk masuk ke dalam tubuh kita itu setelah kita kehilangan 2%. Jadi kalau kehilangan 1%, tubuh kita berasa biasa-biasa aja. Jadi itu harus dicatat ya. Karena kalau udah kelihatan 1% saja sudah benar bisa perform dengan baik, apalagi kehilangan 2%. Akan susah untuk mengembalikan.
I'm not going to repeat it again, but I think it is important. I'm going to repeat it again. Your body doesn't tell you to drink water until it's too late. I think that's extremely, extremely important for you to hear.
Ya, itu penting sekali ya. Yang perlu kita tahu bahwa badan kita ini tidak akan memberikan tanda bahwa kita kekurangan air setelah kita kehilangan 2%.
So, let's all grab our water bottles. Let's do a quick toast. Grab your water bottle.
Kita semua toast, semua ambil berikutnya.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. Some of you didn't drink. I saw that. All right. So remember, they say how important water is. Okay, these are some interesting facts. This is not from a scientific book. Okay, I want to repeat that. This is not from a scientific book. But I thought they were interesting nonetheless. 2 glasses of water after you wake up helps activate your internal organs, get your body woken up and ready to go. A glass of water 30 minutes before a meal helps with digestion. A glass of water before taking a bath or a shower helps lower your blood pressure. I mean, that's amazing if that's true. And a glass of water before going to bed avoids stroke or heart attack. I would say probably that if that's accurate, I think the word is probably not avoid, but decreases the chance of stroke or heart attack.
Ya, ini bukan sekali lagi bukan dari buku ya, bukan dari buku saintifik ya. Tapi ini 2 gelas air ya
sebelum
saat kita bangun tidur itu bisa mengaktifkan organ tubuh kita bagian dalam ya. Dan 1 gelas air 30 menit sebelum makan itu bisa membantu pencernaan. 1 gelas air sebelum mandi itu membantu menurunkan tekanan darah kita. Kemudian 1 gelas air sebelum tidur itu bisa mengurangi serangan jantung dan atau stroke. Ya, menghindari mengurangi serangan jantung atau stroke.
Now, regardless of whether this information is 100% accurate or not, okay, we cannot say it enough. Water is an extremely important nutrient, and hydration is key for elite level athletic performance.
Ya, mensampaikan informasi yang betul atau salah, yang penting air itu sangat penting sebagai nutrisi ya di badan kita dan menghidrasi badan seorang atlet itu sangat-sangat penting.
Alright, when it comes to water bottles, just some quick additional notes. Okay, number 1, you're looking for something that can be easily and quickly ingested. Okay, so we're not looking for a screw top. Then get the top off, set it down, grab the water bottle, put the top back on, screw it. We want to have ease and quickness. So we're talking about squirt tops, something quick and easy you can suck on. We don't share water bottles, especially now in the COVID world that we're living in. And then lastly, I think I'm a big fan of a nice cold glass of water. I think when you're outside, especially when it's warm, having a nice cool glass of water, there's nothing better than that.
Ini catatan tambahan ya, pakai botol yang gampang ya. Di klub saya tuh mau lomba beli botol ya, modelnya termos, susah ribet ya. Dia itu pakai botol yang dibeli cat dan semua, karena bisa minum harus buka tutup lagi ya. Kemudian masalah kopi jangan ada yang sering. Kemudian ya yang ketiga kalau latihannya outdoor dia panas, usahakan minum yang dingin karena itu bisa ya lebih enak buat latihan.
Ini nih.
All right, sports drinks. I've not seen a lot of sports drinks, but I might not be looking in the right places. So I'm sure you guys have Gatorade, okay, Powerade, All Sport, Accelerate. These are all sport drinks. Okay, they're advertised as helping you recover quicker, faster than water. It's not true. Okay, but they are helpful. If you're looking for flavor, something with a taste to it, not just water. Okay, the only recommendation I would have is try and mix as much as possible with water. Water it down. That will help.
Ya minuman energi sports drink ya. Sports drink ini ya Gatorade, ada di Indonesia juga. Mereka banyak banget ya. Ini diiklankan bahwa ini sangat bagus ya. Menurut chat itu nggak benar ya, bahkan dia menganjurkan, tapi betul-betul bisa membantu sebetulnya ya, cuma nggak sesuai dengan yang diiklankan yang bisa membantu bisa 100%. Tapi ya kalau ini supaya ada rasanya ya, nggak yang hambar ya, mungkin bisa ini tapi dianjurkan ditambahin air 50%. Kalau mau pilih yang ini mendingan yang powder tapi dicampur dalam bubuk, maksudnya bubuk.
Here's the chart. So it shows how fast fluid is absorbed into your body. Okay, water is the fastest, easily. Okay, these sports drinks, All Sport, Powerade, Gatorade. Gatorade is found to be the most effective. What I think is interesting is soda. Soda basically makes you more dehydrated than when you drink it. So I am dehydrated already. I drink a big old Coke. I am more dehydrated than I used to be. Crazy.
Ya, ini tatnya ya, air itu paling cepat diserap oleh tubuh. Ya, kemudian ada Gatorade, ada Powerade itu yang sports drink tadi, All Sports ya, kemudian soda itu yang paling lucu karena soda itu bukan nambah kita hidrasi, malah mengurangi. Jadi kita minum soda itu malah dehidrasi. Jadi harus hati-hati kalau minum soda, mungkin tidak dianjurkan minum soda.
All right, energy drinks. Okay, very well aware there are healthy options of and good options now that provide you with stimulants to help you wake up. Turmeric is one that's used, provides energy, gets you up, gets you going. What we're talking about is the synthetic. These are made in a laboratory. I think the most famous one is Red Bull, yes? Okay. All of these are not energy drinks. They're stimulant drinks. They are not good for you.
Ya, jadi minuman-minuman energy drink. Ya, kalau di tempat kita tuh yang paling top Rating Bank, ya kan? Nah, itu bukan energy drink, tapi stimulant drink, ya, menstimulasi badan kita. Dan itu nggak bagus. Biasanya cuma sebentar efeknya, tapi setelahnya itu kita dari kondisi yang lebih
Dampak.
When we talk about stimulant drinks, we're talking about a very quick, very short, elevated high where you do get that energy. However, again, just like soda pop makes you more dehydrated, you actually fall off that cliff with energy. You become have less energy than you even did to begin with. It's a very short high with a massive fall.
Ya, tadi udah saya ngomongin ya, itu dia akan menambah energi kita dalam waktu yang sangat singkat, tapi setelahnya kita
Dampaknya.
ya, dampaknya setelahnya kita jatuhnya ke bawah banget dan itu capek banget.
Okay. Again, they're mostly made in laboratories. Okay. They're going to use up your natural hydration, your carbs that you want to use for more important, better things. They're going to utilize those. Okay. And you're also just doing significant damage to your heart. There have been deaths in the United States where people have drank multiple energy drinks and they have suffered a heart issue and they have died.
Ya, jadi minum terlalu banyak stimulant drink tadi, ya, itu akan ini yang bawa ya, nanti kan kita udah bahas ya, pasti energinya sedikit tapi buat kita lebih kehilangan banyak yang kita butuhkan dalam tubuh. Kemudian sudah ada kejadian di Amerika, minum stimulan ini bermasalah dengan jantungnya dan meninggal dunia.
All right. When we're talking about stimulants, okay, excuse me, supplements, my apologies. When we're talking about supplements, what we're talking about is the difference between a natural supplement and a synthetic or a laboratory-made supplement. Okay, I think there is a lot of value to be had with vitamin C, a multivitamin, something natural. Okay, there are also commercials and advertisements in the United States of take this pill and you'll jump higher. Take this pill and you'll swim faster. Take this pill and you'll get all the ladies. Okay, those advertisements and commercials are false, and most often than not, these supplements do more harm than they do good.
Oke, cara tentang suplemen ya, suplemen ini disarankan untuk memilih yang suplemen natural ya, vitamin seperti vitamin C yang dibutuhkan tubuh, vitamin D3 ya. Itu lebih penting ketimbang jangan mendengarkan iklan-iklan. Itu iklannya memang luar biasa ya. Minum pil ini bisa loncat tinggi, ini bisa berenang cepat. Ya, tapi kan itu cuma iklan dan kebanyakan iklan itu nggak betul. Jadi pilih yang vitamin yang natural yang dibutuhin oleh tubuh.
All right. So let's talk about recovery. You've done the hard work. You have created a great workout for the athletes. Now we need to get ready for the next day, the next week. We've had a great prelim swim, and we need to get ready for finals. Okay, how to recover as quickly as you can.
Ya, kita bicara tentang recovery dari habis latihan berat, ya besok mau latihan lagi atau setelah selesai penyisian mau turun di final, apa yang harus kita lakukan supaya kita pergi.
I think it's important to note, some coaches think that we get faster by hard training, and they just beat their athletes up. And in reality, you're getting faster because your body is recovering, making adaptations, allowing you to work yourself harder, challenge yourself more, and do bigger, better, faster things in the future. So recovery is a very vital tool to athletic development.
Ya, ini kuncinya, ini sangat bagus ya dari Coach Dad, bahwa banyak pelatih-pelatih ya yang berpikir bahwa latihan berat itulah yang membuat si anak bisa prestasinya meningkat. Padahal kuncinya adalah recovery atau pemulihan. Pemulihan dari latihan yang sudah berjalan dengan berat. Itu akan membuat anak tersebut bisa beradaptasi dengan tubuhnya dan bisa latihan lebih berat lagi di kemudian hari. Gimana caranya kita tahu bahwa anak itu butuh pemulihan?
So,
bagaimana tahu anak itu sudah pulih?
So there are, I'm sure, very scientific ways of doing that. I do some very simple ways of doing it. I look at eyes. If they have bags under their eyes, they're not recovering. If they have trouble sleeping, they're not recovering. If they're irritable or grouchy, or there's an attitude shift, I don't think they're recovering. And then lastly, I watch the workout. So the next day, or I watch them swim at night. I just watch them, and if they're doing something irregular, or if their performance suffers, I know they've not recovered.
Oke, jadi kalau dari Coach Chad ya jawabannya adalah biasanya dia dari dilihat anaknya, misalnya anaknya tanya sayu ya atau merah, dia kurang istirahat atau kalau enggak badannya kelihatan lemas atau performance di latihannya dia nggak bisa perform, ya itu tandanya berarti dia belum pulih. Tapi kalau Coach, I think Pak Gunjung can answer this if you allow him to answer. Pak Gunjung, because our science guy. Tolong mic-nya.
So I do have a scientific answer, but I don't use it. But I'll let you go first.
Okay, I'll have to start. My dissertation about combination and balancing training route and recovery. So, for scientific method, we can use total quality recovery questionnaire. Total quality questionnaire.
Total quality questionnaire.
Ya, questionnaire bisa jadi browsing kualitas total pemulihan. Total quality questionnaire. That is a valid and available questionnaire used in international athletics all around the world. And then we can count the score of those aspects physically and mentally. That combination physiological and psychological aspect consists of 5 elements, and we can call it, if the score is more than 16 or 16, it's good. But we hope that all of the athletes almost 19 until 20. Like that. Jadi kita bisa hitung skor secara keilmuan berdasarkan data. Kita minta we ask the athlete to answer the questionnaire honestly. If she or he didn't answer the question honestly, we didn't know about the truth, the fact. Jadi kita inginkan adalah atlet itu menjawab secara jujur kuesionernya, sehingga kita tahu betul tingkat kualitas pemilihan yang dilakukan. Seperti itu. Trend saat ini di dunia, the trend is not only about training load, but on balancing training load and recovery. That is a crucial important thing. And this is my topic in my dissertation. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Bujung. Jadi intinya Pak Bujung bilang itu ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang harus dijawab dengan jujur oleh atletnya supaya dapat nilai atau skor tertentu itu untuk memastikan apakah pemulihannya perlu ya dan seberapa banyak itu bisa dijawab dan itu bisa dipastikan ya Pak Bujung ya. Thank you, Pak Bujung. Terima kasih.
So my scientific answer, which I don't have the means or the ability to do this, but Felix can talk about. When you go on a pool deck at major world championship, Olympics, major high-level meets, they're constantly pricking your ears and testing your lactic acid buildup. So there are certain numbers. That's more short-term. So that's more a determination of how much warm down you need. But I have seen athletes that have it cleared for days and days, and coaches are trying to get them to recover. So there's a clearance, a number of whatever the measurement is for lactic acid in your blood. For me, I was someone that I always took a long time to clear. So I've had meets where I cleared 24 hours later. So anyway, I don't have the funds, the means, the resources to do that on a daily basis, but taking the year, yeah.
Ya, jadi memang kalau di lomba Olimpiade, Asian Games, SEA Games, kita bisa lihat atlet-atlet ini dites laktatnya ya. Kalau zaman saya dulu di telinga, sekarang sudah di jari, katanya tenggorokan. Nah itu untuk mengukur asam laktat atau laktat kita. Jadi laktatnya sudah berapa? Itu bisa membuktikan dengan pasti juga ya. Secara saya juga bisa membuktikan dengan pasti bahwa anak ini butuh pemulihan atau tidak. But I also I attend this tapering seminar like about 3 weeks ago, and we come up with this. I think we come up with from 16 years old and under, they recover within 24 hours for sure, and then 15 to 25. 17 to 25 they recover 1.5 day or 2 days. 25.5 days, they recover 3 days. That's
absolutely everything we talk about is going to be different based on age and ability, but absolutely, yeah. I would say if you're dealing with primarily 12 under athletes, even 14 and under athletes, they've recovered. They have recovered. If you're dealing with 16 to college professional athletes, that's again a higher level athlete. You probably have the resources available to you to do some more testing. For me now, I work out. It takes 2 weeks to recover.
Oke, ya, jadi intinya saya tadi ngomong ke Coach Chad bahwa Saya 3 minggu lalu menghadiri sebuah seminar tentang tapering ya. Itu di situ disebutkan bahwa anak-anak di usia 12 tahun dia pasti akan kembali pulih di bawah 24 jam. Anak-anak di atas umur 17 sampai 25 dia pemulihannya butuh waktu antara 1,5 hari sampai 2 hari. Atlet 25 tahun ke atas itu 3 hari, itu pun tidak penuh recovery sampai 90%. Makanya dianjurkan ada terapi, ada massage, ada nutrisi, itu harus masuk semua supaya jadi 100%. Dan itu sangat bagus karena contohnya Usain Bolt juga.
I heard massage in there. That's great. Yes. Again, resources when you're at a higher level are much better than when you're not. Yes, sir.
Izin berbagi juga yang tadi saya maksud sampaikan juga terkait bagaimana sih untuk mengetahui misalnya atlet itu setelah latihan besoknya bugar atau tidak atau recovery-nya sampai atau tidak. Jadi tadi benar juga angket, cuman kalau yang biasa saya lakukan itu kuncinya kan kita kan latihan kan bugar itu dapat melakukan aktivitas sehari tanpa beban berlebih gitu. Jadi kelihatan atletnya kira-kira lemas, lesu, dan kayaknya ada yang salah nih, apakah over ini atau pada saat recovery-nya dia kurang gitu. Kalau kita lihat di halaman 12 itu ada principle of compensation ya. Jadi overkompensasi itu stimulus itu pada saat latihan, nah ada mengalami penurunan. Nah di situ benar-benar setelah sesi latihan itu mengalami penurunan, mengalami kelelahan yang berarti. Nah setelah mengalami penurunan, nanti ada fase recovery. Recovery itu bukan hanya sebatas makanan atau asupan gizi saja, melainkan kualitas tidur dan sebagainya. Jadi jika recovery itu terpenuhi oleh atlet, maka itu yang akan terjadi namanya super compensation atau over compensation. Nah, nanti selanjutnya pasti atlet bisa menjalankan banyak hari tapi kalau dari prinsip latihannya udah overtraining dan recovery-nya kurang, jangankan performanya akan naik, bahkan akan turun dibandingkan hari sebelumnya. Dari saya,
terima kasih banyak Saudara Artika. Terima kasih banyak masukannya betul. Kalau Anda semua baca di halaman 12 sekarang ada compensation-nya ya, kompensasi. Tapi betul sekali istirahat, tidur itu semua berpengaruh untuk pemulihan. Jadi bukan cuma makanan ya, tapi semuanya itu berhubungan ya. Itu bagus sekali. Terima kasih, Artika.
Excellent. Yes, sir. During the hard training week, is there any possibility that an athlete needs more than water? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, works. So I think someone said banana. So ideally, you're looking for food items, nutritional food. It's going to get through your body as fast as possible. Bananas are great. I will later on. I'll have a list of foods that are absorbed quickly. Granola. I think crackers. There's hummus. Pita and hummus are really good. So again, we'll talk about that. We've got a list of some food items that are better to eat during and post workout. We'll talk about that.
Ya, jadi pertanyaan dari Gopeng, selain air, apa yang bisa membantu kita pada saat latihan ya, untuk mengembalikan tenaga yang sudah kita keluarkan? Ya, tentunya banyak. Ya, tadi coachnya juga bilang banana, ya pisang, bagus. Dan mungkin nanti akan dibahas, nanti akan ada listnya di slide-nya coach Cat. Granola juga bagus, ya. Jadi kalau kita gimana aja cara menyajikannya, kita mau gampang ya blender sama air ya. Tapi kalau dimakan bisa agak susah kalau during latihan.
How are you supposed to eat during the work? There are 20 kids on one lane, each has its own snacks. It takes forever. And secondly, it takes about 20 minutes when you eat before the nutrients in your blood place. So within the it takes about 20 minutes before they enter your circulation. You have a 2-hour workout. Is it really necessary to eat or just having liquid form, like electrolytes or something like that?
So his question was the highest levels of training. So for us, the week of Christmas, we are doubles every day, 2.5 to 3 hours of workout. So per workout, twice a day for a week, 10 days. High volume, high intensity. So ways you can find a chance to eat would be, we're explaining a set. All right, hop out while we look at the board and explain the set. Have a few bites. Secondly is, all right, we're done swimming. We're going to go do dry land. Bring out a bar, a protein bar, something like that. And then again, yes, if you're doing one workout a day, I think regardless of intensity, and it's a 2-hour workout, you don't need food. What he was talking about is just the heaviest volume of training, the heaviest weights. So for us, again, when we get ready for our big December training, we send out an email. We say, hey, here are guidelines. Everyone always has to bring their water bottle. Now we also are looking for everyone to bring, some of these items. Something easily accessible. A piece of fruit that you can pop in your mouth. There are certainly chews. Gatorade makes an energy chew. So anything, like you said, with electrolytes, carbohydrates, anything like that, we're trying to get in throughout that practice.
Ya, tadi pertanyaan dari Semi adalah gimana caranya kita makan pada saat latihan kan kita butuh at least paling enggak 20 menit ya untuk memproses makanan itu supaya masuk dalam darah kita ya kan. Tapi penjelasan dari Coach Dok Ben pertanyaannya adalah Dok Ben dalam persiapan turun Oceanman jarak jauh ya 30 kilo. Jadi dia latihannya mungkin 10.000 ya Dok ya, 10.000 meter. Jadi dia butuh asupan supaya bisa menyelesaikan 10.000 itu. That's the question saya. Jadi penjelasan dari Coach tadi adalah ya kalau latihannya ya sampai 2 jam pun kita sebenarnya nggak terlalu butuh makanan. Ya kecuali kita habis latihan 2 jam ada latihan darat lagi tambahan. Nah itu mungkin setelah itu kita butuh mungkin makan bar ya atau energy chew gitu ya di okay.
Hold on one second. She's been waiting very patiently.
Saya mau tanya, Coach Felix. Saya pernah ikut pelatihan tentang recovery. Recovery.
Oh iya.
Recovery. Karena post training. Di situ pematerinya menerangkan bahwa post training itu tidak hanya tentang nutrisi yang kita mencoba ini memang bagus. Tapi katanya lebih penting lagi adalah yang paling krusial adalah stretching. Jadi setelah latihan itu setiap atlet wajib melakukan stretching. Nah, saya mau tanyakan, apakah juga semua atlet itu memang melakukan stretching dan stretching yang bagaimana yang biasa dilakukan pada saat itu?
Okay, she asking about the recovery after the training because she heard that one of the seminar about recovery that they suggest after training they do the stretching to recover. Is all the elite athletes in US do that or do the stretching after training?
Stretching is key after training. Extremely important. What we do is we stretch, we foam roll, a foam roll, but we do it while we eat and we drink. So stretching is great because you can replenish your body and nutrition while you do it. Absolutely. Stretching. So the most recent scientific study, is that stretching before vigorous activity has very little to zero effect on your body, while stretching after vigorous activity has much higher, it's much better for you to do it after practice or vigorous activity than before.
Ya, jadi bisa terjawab ya. Jawabannya adalah ya mereka semua stretching setelah latihan selesai sambil makan, sambil kembali kalori yang hilang ya, makan seperti cepat dicerna. Ya, dan tadi proses bilang sudah terbukti secara sains bahwa stretching di awal sebelum latihan itu tidak banyak pengaruhnya terhadap badan atlet. Stretching setelah latihan itu yang sangat berpengaruh terhadap badan atlet.
Very good. Yes.
Okay, Coach Chan. I would like to ask a question. Let's start with, as we know, Indonesia prefer into the alternative way, like alternative medication or something like that. And Indonesian also, they really concerned about the healthy. So they have a diet, so many variety of diet. Like, my question is, do you have any experience or can leave the comments with your athlete who's consistently doing a vegan mass or fruitarian or keto diet or something like variety of diet? And I'm also a movie lover and I watched The Game Changer. Did you watch the movie? It's a very excellent movie. It's a mind blowing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ya, ini pertanyaannya dari pertanyaan tadi itu tentang orang Indonesia, ya kan? Benar kan? Orang Indonesia itu benar kan? Orang Indonesia itu kan kebiasaannya terlalu mikirin makanan sehat ya, orang tuanya ya. Ya, jadi mereka banyak bertanya, banyak melakukan diet ya seperti kayak hybrid gitu. Ya. Jadi pertanyaannya pernah nggak
ada case
di pengalamannya Coach Chan soal yang karena juga dia juga ya. Oke, kita tanya Coach.
So I was in Trinidad and Tobago last month, and I had a coach, very adamant, very animated, very emotional. He wanted to do me harm on me because I wouldn't say that a vegan diet is the best diet or being a vegetarian isn't the best. He was very upset. The vegan diet is not the best. Vegetarian diet is not the best. Again, my experience, my studies, a balanced diet is ideal. Now, I also understand there are personal reasons, religious reasons, family reasons for eating specific foods, and I can't knock that. I can't speak to that. What I can say is, ultimately, studies have shown that the most balanced diet possible is the best diet.
Ya, jadi saya tadi bilang ada pengalamannya waktu dia itu ada seorang pelatih yang nggak suka sama coach dia karena dia tidak bicara bahwa vegan diet atau dia vegetarian ya, kalau itu yang benar-benar yang benar vegan ya, itu yang terbaik ya. Tapi menurut Coach Chan karena coach nggak punya kapasitas untuk membicarakan itu karena menurut coach Chad dia yang paling ideal adalah ya yang seimbang ya, ada proteinnya, makanan itu yang seimbang gitu. Kalau untuk bicara spesifik untuk yang vegan, itu mungkin kan banyak alasan. Ada yang mungkin alasan kesehatan, ada yang turunan, nggak boleh makan daging, ada yang masalah agama, nggak boleh makan daging tertentu. Ya itu nggak bisa jadi satu patokan dan konsep nggak punya kapasitas untuk menjelaskan.
One more thing. There are vegetarian athletes that have won Olympic gold medals. There are carnivore athletes that have won Olympic gold medals. There are pescatarian athletes that only fish that have won Olympic gold medals. I think it's about finding out what works for you and your situation, your personal situation.
Ya, jadi bukan berarti teknik itu nggak boleh atau nggak baik, tapi dicari sendiri, dicoba sendiri, mana yang cocok buat diri kita atau diri atlet-atlet tersebut. Maksudnya tadi bilang ada yang vegetarian juga juara olimpiade, ada yang cuma makan ikan juga juara olimpiade, jadi ada yang makan awul juga juara olimpiade, jadi ya dicocokin sendiri lah intinya itu ya.
I love your questions. Great questions. So thank you.
Bagus sekali.
All right, so moving on, we finished a great workout. We're going to recover. Okay, carbs and protein as quickly as possible. Within 20 minutes, we want to have carbs and protein. Within an hour to 90 minutes, we want to have a full meal.
Oke, jadi kita recovery ya. Kalau bisa 20 menit setelah latihan, karbohidrat dan protein sudah masuk dalam tubuh kita. Ya, sebisanya. 1 jam, 1,5 jam setelah latihan, makan ya porsi makanan biasa.
Alright, I'm going to blow your mind. When you go to a high-level meet, a national meet, in the United States nowadays, you walk in, there's a pool, there's a warm-down pool. Around the warm-down pool, there are 4, 5, 6 giant coolers. You open the cooler, there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of containers of chocolate milk. Research has shown in the United States that chocolate milk is a great post-race, post-training recovery.
Ya, saat ini kalau kita pergi ke pertandingan-pertandingan besar di Amerika, itu ada kolam renang perlombaan, ada kolam renang pemanasan. Di kolam renang pemanasan itu kalian bisa temukan pendingin ya atau kulkas mungkin 4 sampai 5 biji dan isinya itu semuanya isinya susu coklat. Ya karena terbukti susu coklat ini paling bagus untuk mengembalikan dapat bisa dengan paling cepat ya untuk mengembalikan kondisi tubuh.
One of Katie Ledecky's primary sponsors is chocolate milk. She is a sponsored athlete by chocolate milk.
Ya Katie Ledecky disponsorin oleh salah satu produk dari susu coklat.
Now, what I want to make sure we're clear on, I've seen Milo here. Milo is sugar.
Milo and sugar.
That's not chocolate milk. That's a chocolate flavored drink. What we're talking about is natural milk mixed in with no additives or anything special, and chocolate milk. Again, it's very popular in the United States, but that is the drink that I'm talking about, not a chocolate flavored drink.
Ya, jadi tadi coach kemarin lihat ada yang bawa Milo ya. Milo itu bukan susu coklat. Milo itu gula ya. Jadi bukan itu yang dimaksud, tapi susu coklat yang natural. Ya, jadi yang yang coklat-coklatan itu kita juga harus bisa membedakan mana yang isinya gula. Itu minuman yang rasanya coklat, tapi sebenarnya isinya gula. Ya.
I highly encourage you to check out Google chocolate milk recovery. I think you'll find some really good information, but it is I don't know if it's a secret. I don't know if anyone's heard of this or if you think it's crazy, but it is something we do in our program. And the top level United States athletes do it. And I'm a believer in the power of chocolate milk.
Ya, jadi sedang training di Amerika, semuanya melakukan ini. Penang-penang dunia, penang Olimpik, juara Olimpiade, semua melakukan ini, ya, minum susu coklat ini. Ya, jadi khususnya juga percaya bahwa ini works gitu ya, ini memang membantu gitu. Tapi kembali lagi yang itu diserahkan pada masing-masing. Itu ada Google, bisa di search ya, bisa dicari susu coklat apa di Indonesia nih, jual yang baik, yang nggak mengandung gula terlalu banyak lagi.
All right. So Felix is a believer as well. All right. So when to eat is very important. Okay. If it's a morning practice, you want to have a snack for morning practice. That can be as easy as toast, a bagel, a piece of bread, crackers, cereal, something that is giving you something in your body.
Oke, kapan kita mesti makan? Ya, orang atau atlet itu harus makan. Ya, kalau bisa ya sebelum latihan pagi itu dibiasakan ada yang masuk disebut jumlahnya sedikit. Ya.
If it's an afternoon practice and you haven't eaten since 11, 11:30, 12, okay, it's good to have something to eat before you exercise.
Ya, kalau agak latihannya agak siangan, ya mungkin bagus bisa masukin protein juga ke dalam tubuh kita sebelum latihan.
Alright, so immediately after we finish the practice, we're stretching, recovering, we're doing dry land, we have a break, we're gonna throw something in our mouth, whether that's a protein bar, a chocolate milk, a Gatorade, something with some substance, not just water, but something with some carbs and proteins to help us start the recovery process.
1-2 jam setelah latihan, ya itu harus ada yang masuk ya, bukan cuma mungkin lebih sama protein, tapi semua kandungan yang dibutuhkan tubuh bisa dimasukkan ke dalam tubuh untuk menghentikan yang sudah keluar.
And then lastly, we are eating a meal. So we want to get home, and before we start homework, before we go to bed, before we get into something, we want to have that full meal. And again, we're looking for a rainbow. We're looking for all of the basic food groups, and we're looking for a complete balanced meal.
Ya, yang paling terakhir ya. Kalau kita setelah latihan kita mau tidur atau melakukan suatu kegiatan lain, tadi ada ilustrasi gambar yang pelangi tadi ya, artinya jadi lengkap semuanya di konsumsi. Banyak dari kawan-kawan anak-anak masalah makan nasi terus
Ya, kita di Indonesia kan rata-rata pulang sekolah jam 4:30 gitu kan. Otomatis sesi
itu
sampai semalam.
efeknya gimana tuh? Baiknya gimana tuh? Terima kasih.
Oke, Indonesia school will go until around 4 or 5, and then they start the train usually around 5 to 7, and then you have to drive home and eat around like 8 or 8:30, and then go to sleep right away. So, what is the effect of that eating rice and then go to sleep early?
So I don't know about rice specifically, but I don't know what age and level athletes, but we cannot have athletes going to bed without refueling their body. So if you can't change the pool time, you can't change the practice, can't change what time you get out of school, yes, they need to eat before they go to bed.
Ya, jadi jawabannya, coach bilang nggak tahu usianya berapa, rata-rata yang dilatih, tapi intinya setelah latihan itu jangan sampai nggak makan. Ya, karena itu sangat penting untuk tadi pemulihan, recovery. Jadi lebih baik makan langsung tidur ketimbang nggak makan. Ya. Jadi itu ya.
Cuman buat metabolisme tubuh tidak baik mungkin kalau begitu makan langsung tidur.
Ya, kalau metabolisme nggak sangat eat and then sleep. But
Yeah.
it's better than
I agree. It's not good to eat and then go right to sleep, but it's better than not eating and having your body eat itself.
ya, jadi intinya memang nggak bagus ya makan terus langsung tidur gitu. Kita suruh dulu kan. Tapi lebih nggak bagus lagi kalau setelah latihan kita nggak diisi, jadi belum pulih. Kalau nggak bisa ganti jam latihan, nggak bisa izin sekolah, ya mau nggak mau harus melakukan itu.
So again, these are these foods that we want to do right after a workout within that 20-minute time frame. Okay, peanut butter, turkey, nuts, dried fruit, pita and hummus. Fruit is great. Granola bars, breakfast bars, a fruit smoothie, it's great. You can also add other things into that to make it even more delicious and helpful. But again, this is not the whole list, but this is a good list of that should get you thinking about items that we should encourage our athletes to eat within that 20-minute period after practice.
Ya, ini adalah contoh-contoh makanan yang dapat mempercepat pemulihan yang kita bisa sarankan. Ini bukan semuanya ya di sini, tapi ini bisa kita sarankan untuk dikonsumsi oleh atlet-atlet kita 20 menit setelah latihan. Ya, itu ada coklat ini kan yang pertama, dan itu udah kita lakukan sebelumnya. Kemudian bagel roti dengan selai kacang, ada turki, ada grapefruit, ya nuts, kacang-kacangan, ada shakes ya, buah-buahan, granola, ada sports drink, ya semuanya lagi ya, ada fruit smoothies.
Lots of good stuff. All right, so sleep. Sleep is just as important as nutrition. Okay, we talked about it as coaches. 95% of the world's population needs between 6 and 9 hours of sleep. Okay, sleep is critical in the recovery process as well.
Ya, tidur, kita bicara tentang tidur sangat penting ya. Itu sangat krusial ya. Jadi sangat penting. Kita butuh 6 sampai 9 jam untuk tidur.
So a quick little science lesson. Okay, HGH, human growth hormone. Okay, that is something that is comes with sleep. HGH is really good for stimulating cell growth, helping you regenerate, heal, recover. You can see the blue. Okay, throughout the day, your HGH levels are very minimal. And then once you hit that sleep cycle, okay, you get a good chunk of sleep that raises your levels of HGH. That is positive.
Jadi studi membuktikan bahwa HGH ya atau human growth hormone itu akan akan mempercepat proses yang ada di dalam tubuh kita pada saat kita tuh tidur, yaitu titik-titik yang birunya itu adalah posisi bahagiannya, tapi setelah tidur dia naik tinggi. Ya, sangat baik. Tidur itu sangat penting.
Okay, the red is cortisol. Cortisol is not a good thing. Okay, we want lower levels of cortisol. You can see that our cortisol drops as you are asleep. Sleep lowers your cortisol levels. Okay, sleep is an amazing weapon in the fight for recovery.
Ya, ini satu lagi yang merah itu adalah kortisol ya. Apa yang bahasa Indonesia? Kortisol juga ya. Oke, kortisol itu meningkatkan kadar gula di dalam darah dan itu turun drastis pada saat kita tidur.
Okay. So when it comes to recovery, you want to think about 4 R's. You want to rehydrate, that's water. You want to replenish with food. Okay, ideally that carbohydrates and proteins directly after your workout. You want to repair. Okay, at your big meal, about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours after your practice. Okay, and you want to reinforce. That's your snacks throughout the day. That's your fruits and vegetables, antioxidants. Okay, great tools for nutrition.
Oke, jadi untuk pemulihan atau recovery nutrisi yang ini ada 4R ya, 4R. Pertama itu dehydrate, ya tentunya dengan air ya yang paling penting. Masih banyak lagi tapi air tadi yang paling penting. Kemudian replenish itu memperbaiki mengisi kembali ya, yang sudah hilang. Yang paling cepat itu pakai karbohidrat. Dia memperbaiki itu tulisannya memperbaiki otot yang sudah kita pakai untuk latihan. Kemudian ya yang terakhir itu mengembalikan semuanya lah intinya ya, semuanya ke dalam tubuh.
Okay. Final little bit on nutrition.
Exercise.
Okay. Protein does not build muscle faster if it's more than your body can process. Excess protein, okay, this is more of a myth in the United States. Okay, we have protein gym boys. They think that they lift weights, develop muscle, they have to have protein. Protein is good to a point, but when your body can no longer process it, it does not do what you think it's going to do. Fat is essential. Okay? It's just a matter of having good fat versus bad fat. What are some examples of good fat?
Tahu contoh lemak yang baik.
Carbo,
Fish oils, yes. Olive oil.
avocado,
Almonds, nuts, I'm so sorry, yes. Avocado, lots of good quality fats. Okay, sugar is a complex carbohydrate. Okay, it is not ideal for your body. Moderation is key.
Oke, ini ya, jadi ada sedikit catatan ya, yang perlu kita ketahui, protein yang berlebihan itu tidak akan menolong atau mempercepat pembentukan otot. Ya, artinya protein yang melebihi apa yang bisa di proses oleh tubuh kita. Kemudian jadi lemak, ya lemak itu sangat penting. Tentunya ya, ada lemak baik dan lemak yang tidak baik. Ya lemak yang baik tadi contohnya disebutin ya, oil, ada fish oil ya, kacang, avokat ya. Kemudian gula itu nggak bagus untuk tubuh kita.
Okay?
Ya.
Question.
Tidur
Oh,
halam.
yes,
What about coffee?
coffee.
Yeah.
I think black coffee. So first of all, if you're asking me personally, I hate it. No. If you're asking about coffee in general, I think coffee has its benefits for sure. I think where there are problems is when you start adding sugar, when you start adding food, what am I trying to say? The artificial flavor. Okay, so coffee, I think black or with very little to add to it, I think is fine. Again, moderation is key. But I don't think there's anything wrong with coffee.
Ya, tadi pertanyaannya kopi bagus apa enggak? Kopi, menurut saya udah pernah baca juga. Kalau kopi tanpa gula, good. Ya, yang masalah kan itu ada nomor 3, gula nggak bagus. Tapi orang sini kalau minum kopi pahit nggak maunya dicampur gula. Makanya dibiasain minum kopi tanpa gula.
Kalau kopi pakai gula, kopi manis.
Again, importance of drinking water, remembering there are no magic pills, digestion of food. So when we're in a swim meet, an athlete has swum a great prelims and getting ready for
Kopi pakai
finals.
gula tidak baik.
I tell them, have a great meal,
Kopi
no red
bayar.
meat. Red meat takes longer to digest than a chicken or a fish. Okay, so we highly encourage chicken or fish at swim meets. That red meat will sit in your gut, won't be processed or digested for quite a long time. So we try and avoid red meat during meet weekend.
Ya, jadi kalau menghadapi pertandingan ya, coachnya tidak menyarankan atletnya makan daging merah. Ya, daging putih kayak ayam atau ikan itu bagus karena cepat dicerna. Kalau daging merah itu akan lama diproses. Jadi kalau lomba bisa makan yang banyak tapi menghindari.
Ketika
Daging merah jadi.
Questions.
Oke. Kalau di kita kan anggapan ketika kita terlalu mau pertandingan ya. Terima kasih.
Untuk waktu contoh kita pertandingan itu waktu seminggu lagi. Ya. Nah,
menjelang pertandingan.
Iya, menjelang pertandingan. Asumsi atau strategi yang baik buat asupan makanan yang bagus itu kan kalau 3 hari menjelang pertandingan adalah karbohidrat loading yang baik. Nah, sebelum 3 hari ke belakang, sebelum 3 hari pertandingan ke sana, protein itu berapa persen? Dan kalau kita beranggapan untuk maksudnya saya gitu ya, protein hewani itu yang lama itu sangat baik buat tenaga kita. Nah, kalau menurut Coach Sad, itu proporsinya berapa persen dan berapa ini untuk asupan gizi yang terbaik? Terima kasih.
So the question is, 1 week before the competition, we've been taught that 3 days before competition they have to load carbo loading. But 3 days, you also heard someone say that red meat is really beneficial for the body. So he has seen about the percentage, how many percent you should eat, the red meat protein and carbohydrate 1 week prior to the competition.
It's a tricky question, but what I'll say is, ideally, we want to be coaches that are consistent, consistently teaching consistency in diet. For me, so I do think there's benefits to eating specific meals up to meats. More importantly, I think it's about avoiding other food items leading up to the meat. So carbs are great, proteins are great. What I would do is I would probably go 3 to 4 weeks out. I would stop candy, ice cream, desserts. So I think there's a lot of what you're saying is good about what to eat. And it's also important to remember what not to eat leading up to it. But ideally, the goal would be to have consistent year-round. You want to teach athletes to be best nutrition possible, not just for this meet or after this meet or here or there. We want it to be something that's their lifestyle.
Oke ya, jadi
Yeah, I'll answer the second part.
jadi menurut Coach Chad, nggak ada sesuatu yang sama ya, yang harusnya seperti ini. Tadi yang disampaikan tuh udah bagus 3 hari, kalau di kartu sebelumnya masih makan daging merah nggak masalah juga. Yang penting konsisten, misalnya 1 minggu sebelum satu lomba seperti itu, ya lomba lagi seperti itu lagi. Ya, cuman kalau saya tadi bilang 4 minggu sebelum lomba dia udah stop semua yang nggak bagus untuk tubuhnya. Permen ya, gula-gula itu udah di stop dulu 4 minggu, bukan cuma 1 minggu. Tapi habitnya dilakukan yang biasa aja, yang terus melakukan terus selama setahun, 1 musim.
Stabil ya.
Secondly, there is value to red meat, for sure. I think the important thing is moderation. And I don't think there's anything wrong with eating red meat leading up to a swim meet. I think moderation is key. I don't think you overload and start eating 4 or 5 steaks when that's not a normal part of your diet. My point about red meat was during the competition. We try and tell our athletes during the competition to avoid it.
Ya, kalau yang kedua, daging merah itu bagus, ya, daging merah itu bagus. Tapi yang tadi dibilang moderasi berarti makannya itu enggak
Berlebihan,
banyak,
berlebihan.
Ya. Tapi menjelang perlombaan, saran dari coach dan itu dihindari. Pas perlombaan itu dihindari.
Pas lagi perlombaan.
Iya, itu daging merah dihindari karena dia lama karena
Iya.
akan mendalam dulu itu lama untuk bisa diproses.
A quick story on that. Mike Barony was a world record holder, 200 breaststroke, gold medalist, unbelievable talent. He swore by Big Macs. So when he went to a swim meet, the first thing he would do is find where the McDonald's was, because Big Macs were his secret to success. So I don't think that's scientifically the best food to eat, but for him mentally, he needed a Big Mac. He was at a swim meet, he needed a Big Mac to swim fast.
Memang kita lucu ya. They even have a government meals plan. No meals, right? Those days, yeah. Ya, jadi ini cerita lucu zaman kita dulu ya. Kan waktu zaman kita pernah memegang rekor GDD itu namanya Mike Roman, ya, baru GDD. Dia orang pertama yang pernah di bawah 210 berenang 200 meter GDD. Nah, dia ini punya ritual sebelum lomba dia harus makan burgernya McDonald, harus, ya, karena dia percaya bahwa kalau dia makan itu dia benangnya kencang. Ya, lucu juga ya kan, ya, tapi itu bisa terjadi gitu. Menurut saya karena dia bisa membantu dia.
One more story. Felix can talk about it, but at the Olympic Village, they have a room. It's 10 times the size of this room. It's ginormous. But that's the Athlete Village cafeteria. And as you walk in here, and you have Italian over here, and you have all sorts of different stations with different food. But McDonald's, being one of the biggest sponsors of the Olympic Games, always has a restaurant, a station. And you just walk up, you grab a burger or 2 or 3, everything's free. grab some chicken nuggets. Our good friend, Ryan Lochte, did not enjoy food in Beijing. He did not enjoy the Asian food in Beijing. He said he lived off Big Macs and chicken nuggets the entire week of the Olympics.
Jadi juga cerita lucu ya. Saat Olimpiade Beijing, memang kalau di Olimpiade itu pengalaman saya di Sydney ya, mungkin Elsa juga ada di situ. Itu ruangan dining hall-nya atau tempat makannya itu kan jadi satu semua negara, dan memang bisa makan apa aja secara gratis di sana ya. Kalau punya ID card atau peserta ya. Jadi Asian food, ada Italian food, lengkap pokoknya, dan itu semua gratis. Dan McDonald pasti ada, pasti dia punya satu tempat, terus tinggal luncurin, itu ada semua. Big Mac, chicken nuggets, itu tinggal turun-turun gini, tinggal ambil aja ya. Nah ini ceritanya Ryan Lochte itu bukan penggemar makanan Asia waktu di Beijing. Sementara Cina ya pasti makanannya banyak makanan Asian food ya kan. Si Ryan Lochte selama lomba di sana makan McDonald itu chicken nugget sama burger, dan dia tetap berenangnya kenceng juga.
So my point there is there's the rule and there's always the exceptions to the rule. So you may hear stories of an athlete doing this or that. Those athletes might be the exception, not the rule.
Ya, jadi poinnya adalah kita punya aturan, tapi ada kejadian-kejadian yang bisa terjadi di luar aturan itu. Ya, jadi itu orang atlet-atlet yang bisa melakukan itu, yaitu atletnya memang spesial ya. Ada kecuali dua atlet tersebut.
So before we break for lunch, we are going to come back after lunch, and we are going to be doing the most important exercise and the most important focus, most important chapter of level 3. So enjoy your lunch. We might have some announcements before we go. Don't go anywhere. Sit down, please. But please be ready when we come back after lunch to be focused, energized, and ready to go. That will be, this next chapter is the most important part of what we'll be covering.
Oke ya, habis ini kita akan break untuk makan siang. Setelah break makan siang ini, tolong makan siang yang baik ya, dan kalau bisa balikin energi yang udah hilang, mendengarkan kita, karena ini adalah chapter terpenting di level 3. Disiapkan mental, disiapkan pikiran supaya bisa fokus. Mas, tapi jangan kemana-mana dulu, karena mungkin ada announcement dari dia. Terima kasih semua.
Oke, berakhir.
Ya, baik teman-teman.
Berakhir.
Oke,
sudah nanti kita lanjut ke pembuatan program ya.
See you next time. Dalam semua kayaknya ya. Setelah berhitung dan mendengar materi-materi yang lumayan berat pagi hari ini, sebelumnya akan ada beberapa pengumuman. Yang pertama, untuk check out yang menginap di The Ridge ini, mau mengingatkan kalau check outnya itu nanti maksimal dilakukan jam 3 sore ya, jam 3 PM. Terus kemudian jadi mungkin di waktu makan siang ini yang akan check out hari ini bisa packing barangnya dulu, atau setelah makan siang bisa di-packing dulu supaya nggak perlu keluar nanti selanjutnya. Terus kemudian yang kedua, tolong jangan lupa submit feedback form-nya ya. Jangan lupa untuk submit feedback form-nya. Oke, baik.
Oke, teman-teman jangan lupa ya, 1.30 kita mulai, bukan 1.30 untuk balik ke dalam kelas ya. Kalau bisa 5 menit sebelumnya sudah balik. See you later.
Oke. Makan siangnya kita sampai jam 1.30 ya. 5 menit sebelumnya mohon langsung bergerak.
Oke, 1 jam.
Untuk kemudian Jogja dimohon untuk tim coaches Jogja dimohon untuk maju ke depan, kita melakukan foto bersama sama coach Chan.
Iya, live tuh bisa keluar wae geura. Ya tuh bisa keluar kunaon ya. Waalaikumsalam.
Siap. Introduce myself. My name is Emras Gusman from Sok Sumatera. I am coach at the Natural Swimming Coach at Kabupaten Musi Banyuasin. Thank you for Chap Onken as provided knowledge working to us, and especially Susanto. Okay, just it. Thank you for once again. Thank you. Thank you. Terima kasih Mas Yudi, ya.
Terima kasih Bapak, luar biasa semangatnya Jojo dari Sumatera Selatan ya. Oke, kemudian panggilan tuh Bapak Boyke Darmadi mohon untuk segera merapat ke depan untuk melakukan foto bersama.
Ayo dari Jogja.
Yang merasa warga negara Jogja.
Coach Melly yang dari Jogja. Yuk.
Dua, tiga, 2, 1.
Kembali